My name is Aurora Morales, and it's a little hard to even remember before my injuries because my first injury was when I was 6 years old. But I have struggled with exhaustion and memory problems and focus issues, and I've had actually 7 head injuries and a stroke, so my brain took quite a beating. And I have had a tremendous amount of difficulty just managing the details of daily life, and in fact most of my income has gone to paying somebody to take care of those things for me because I lost everything. I forgot appointments, I couldn't track paper, I couldn't handle details, I couldn't prioritize things, and I was just exhausted all the time. It's hard to even describe the level of exhaustion because when you say tired, people who aren't injured in this way imagine ordinary tired, and it's not being able to tolerate being spoken to because it just flattens my brain to try to process language. Just feeling like I really can't even get out of bed. So that's been a big part of it. Trouble remembering words and remembering names. Easily overstimulated, like being outdoors in a crowd. It's been hard to think. It's been hard to follow a conversation with background noise. If I got in a cab, I would say, please turn off the radio because I can't actually have a conversation when the radio's on. Just very easily overstimulated, and that's exhausting too. So yeah, that was the before. I knew I was going to be working hard, but I didn't really know in detail what to expect, and I was really fortunate. I experienced significant changes during the first day of treatment. Getting the scans was really tiring, and I was worried that it was going to just get more and more tiring, but I didn't actually have that experience. The first, on Tuesday, I tried to do a particular activity that just short-circuited me, and I was supposed to be touching lights and moving my feet, and I couldn't do either. And we stopped, and then we went and did it again, and suddenly I could do it. And it felt like a whole section of my brain that had been dark had just lit up. And already by that first day, when I got home, I had 4 or 5 things that I sort of had to do at the same time or very close together. And normally that would have made me really frazzled and stressed out. And I just stopped, and I was able to put them into a sequence and plan the order I was going to do things in and just get them done. And immediately just feeling more clarity. And I know that's not everyone's experience. I was very lucky to feel that right away. I loved that we switched constantly between activities, so nothing got to be too hard. And do 10 different things in the course of the day. So it was interesting and stimulating and challenging, and getting to see changes even from morning to afternoon on many days was really exciting and uplifting. People here are wonderful, very warm and friendly. So one of the things during the time I was here, I'm a professional writer, and I have been posting a blog about my experiences, and each day there's a new feeling of clarity, and it's pretty intense. I feel like the world looks really different to me now. Things that used to be tangled and difficult are really straightforward. I'm sleeping better, which is amazing. And I feel ordinary person tired, not exhausted, because all the parts of my brain that were running to catch up all the time are just sitting around in lounge chairs drinking lemonade.
I love it.
And getting much needed, much deserved rest. I'm able to think about multiple tasks without feeling overwhelmed. I'm not feeling sensitive to light and sound in the way that I was. And I had an image during one of the meditation moments in which I saw a corridor that was dimly lit and full of lots of trip hazards and obstacles, and then the lights came up, all the stuff melted away, and I was just running down the corridor. That's what I feel like. I feel like thousands of trip hazards just evaporated from my life. There's all these straight paths that I can actually move along to do my daily life. It's going to be really interesting to see how many of the things I've been paying other people to do I can just take back and start doing myself because they're not overwhelming anymore. I had a huge improvement over the course of the week, and I'm really excited. I have experienced many failed treatments over the course of the many years I've been dealing with head injury, and like many people, been misdiagnosed, been disrespected, been told it was all psychological, been given ineffective therapy, and I've gotten more help in the 5 days that I was here than in the last 34 years. In fact, I've already been calling a lot of people up and saying, you have to do this.